I never expected a simple trip to the grocery store to become the moment that changed my life forever. One second I was comparing cereal prices, and the next, a frightened woman rushed over, grabbed my arm tightly, and whispered, "Please, play along. Don't ask questions." I looked into her eyes and saw something no words could explain. Fear. Desperation. Hope. I had no idea what was happening, but something inside me told me to trust her. That single choice led to a story I'll never forget. Before we begin, welcome to Kindness Library. If stories about kindness, hope, and unexpected human connections inspire you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. Your support helps us share more stories that remind the world kindness still exists. It happened on a rainy Saturday afternoon in a busy supermarket outside Chicago. I had just finished a long week at work and wanted to grab a few groceries before heading home. The store was crowded, with families filling shopping carts and children laughing near the bakery. As I reached for a loaf of bread, a woman in her early 30s suddenly walked straight toward me. She held the hand of a little girl who looked about 6 years old. Without warning, she slipped her hand around my arm. "There you are," she said loudly, forcing a smile. "I've been looking everywhere for you." I froze. Then she quietly whispered, "Please, just pretend you know me." A man standing several feet away immediately stopped watching us. His eyes narrowed before he slowly turned around and walked toward the exit. The woman didn't move until he disappeared outside. Only then did she let go of my arm. Her hands were shaking. "I'm so sorry," she said, tears filling her eyes. "I know this sounds crazy, but that man has been following us through 3 stores. When he saw me come over to someone I knew, he finally left." I looked toward the parking lot, but the man was already gone. "Are you okay?" I asked. She nodded, though she clearly wasn't. "My name's Emily," she said. "This is my daughter, Lily." Lily gave me a tiny wave while hiding behind her mom. I offered to walk them to the customer service desk. The manager called store security, who stayed with them until a police officer arrived. Emily thanked me over and over. "You probably think you didn't do much," she said. "But today you made us feel safe." I told her anyone would have done the same. She smiled sadly. "No," she replied. "Not everyone does." Those words stayed with me. A week later, I found a handwritten card in my mailbox. Inside was a simple note. "Thank you for believing a stranger without asking for proof." That moment reminded me there are still good people in this world. You were never just pretending. You became the reason my daughter smiled again. There was no return address. Only the names Emily and Lily. Months passed. Life returned to normal until Christmas Eve. Our local community center hosted a dinner for people spending the holidays alone. I volunteered to help serve meals. Halfway through the evening, I heard a familiar voice. "Merry Christmas." I turned around. It was Emily and Lily. This time both of them were smiling. Emily looked healthier, happier, and more confident. She told me they had moved into a safer apartment and started over in a new neighborhood. She had found a better job, and Lily loved her new school. Then Emily handed me a small wrapped gift. Inside was a framed photograph of hundreds of paper snowflakes hanging from the community center ceiling. On the back she had written one sentence. "Kindness is often the smallest thing that changes someone's entire story." I still keep that frame on my bookshelf today. Whenever life feels busy or stressful, I look at those words. Most people believe changing the world requires something big. But sometimes it begins with something as simple as standing beside a stranger for 30 seconds. You may never know what battles someone is fighting. You may never hear their full story. Yet one small act of compassion can give someone the courage to keep going. The greatest gift we can offer another person isn't money or fame. It's making them feel seen, protected, and valued when they need it most. So the next time someone needs help, don't underestimate the power of your kindness. A smile, a few comforting words, or simply choosing to stand beside someone could become the moment they remember for the rest of their lives. Because kindness doesn't always change the whole world. Sometimes it changes one person's world. And that is more than enough.